Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest today. We have from Leominster, Deborah Stewart. And Deborah I met over at our Heritage Day over on the Grafton Town Common. She's a beautiful crafter. Wait till you see what she does. She is a creator of pretty little things. One of them is called Witch Balls. Welcome, Deborah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Deborah, first of all, right out of the gate, this is what I saw at our Heritage Park on the Common. People were selling things, the vendors. What is that now?
It's a witch ball.
Yeah. And it's actually a Christmas ornament.
It can be a Christmas ornament or you can hang it year-round. It's really meant to protect people from witches and evil spirits. It's been used for about 400 years. The idea behind it was that evil spirits and witches would be attracted to the color inside the ball and become trapped inside.
Now, she uses what's called ink paint.
Alcohol ink.
Alcohol ink. I've never heard of. Where do you find that?
I get it at craft stores. Michael's carries it.
But what is so special about it versus acrylic?
It's very translucent. It blends beautifully.
It looks like it just came with it. It looks like it's just part of it.
Yeah.
And you've got now, is that a Wiccan?
It's a Wiccan pentagram.
A little pentagram.
And I import those from Scotland.
From Scotland? Are you part Scottish?
Yes.
Oh, so am I. Yeah, where did your family
And in Dundee and Glasgow.
How about, well, I think mine were closer to, there's the Isle of Lewis, definitely, but Fife? I think the MacLeod clan, if you're anybody last name of MacLeod, I think MacLeods were part of the Lewises, vice versa. So your mom or dad's side?
My dad.
My dad. Loaded with
Maybe
them.
we're related.
Yeah, it was loaded of people
Yeah.
in Scottish. All right, so people, I'll bet, on Heritage Day here in Upton bought a lot of these for Christmas.
And you, like I said, you can hang them year-round. They don't necessarily have to be a Christmas one.
No, I can see this in a windowsill.
Yeah. That's the idea.
How long does it take you to design one?
I play a lot, and I work on one, and then go to the next and work on it and go back.
And you go back?
I work on a bunch at a time.
And that's not all she does. What? How did you make? I don't know if you can see this, but how did you make?
So that is it's a stainless steel disc, and I also use alcohol ink on that. And then I put it together with various findings, and I'm using the charms that I use for the witch balls on them too. That one has a triquetra on it.
So this is alcohol ink. I would have thought it would be something. Again, looking at it, you think it's sort of like I'm trying to get this in fire. Is that good? Good. We got it. Okay, I think they understand. So, do you know, Deborah, ahead of time what colors you're going to use?
I try to use complementary colors. The alcohol inks blend very easily, so you want to use two colors that you know, for example, red and yellow are going to make orange.
Yeah.
So you're going to end up with three colors in the end if you only use two.
Okay.
So I have to work with complementary colors, make sure I don't get something that's going to become too muddy.
And being in on Heritage Day here in Upton last September, right? That was your second outing?
That was my second show.
She said, I told you, she's like a pro sitting there. Like, this is just what I do. All the way down from Leominster to come join. How did you hear about our Upton Heritage Day?
I have a friend who actually runs it. She's a genealogist like I am. And
I think I know.
Seema Kenny.
Seema, years ago she was on the show. Now, I have seen these in the stores, but nothing like yours. You buy these blanks.
Yep.
Oh, sounds
They're
like
glass.
a gun, right? Well,
Glass
okay.
cabochons.
But then, how do you get in there to paint it?
Well, I paint on the back.
On the back?
Yep. And then I put the felt over the back of it.
Who would know you paint, instead of on the top, on the back? Now the felt
Is to set it off so that you can see it, because otherwise it would be transparent.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be able to see the colors as well.
you know, I can see, then you could also put a magnet there for your Frigi.
Yep.
Your Frigi magnet? How long does it, this looks intricate. No, it looks...
It's not really. They're very abstract. So,
Where
like
did
I said, I work on a bunch at a time.
Where did you hear of doing this?
I just kind of made that one up.
Well, I would say you're very talented and made it up. I would never, it would
I
never...
actually had the glass cabochons in my studio, and I thought, well, I'm working on glass. I'll try and see what happens with this.
This looks almost like an underwater scene.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
So-
try and use colors that, this to me is more of a sunset,
Yeah.
and some look like the ocean.
You almost want to go like this.
I know.
I can see these obviously on refrigerator magnets, but I can also see if your office, in your corporate office,
Mhm.
you got, there's tons of metal on all of our,
Yeah.
gadgets.
Something pretty to hold on to.
Very pretty.
They're meant to be meditation stones, so if someone meditates, they can hold them in their hand and just gaze at them. Helps them relax.
Do you work in tandem with someone who does meditation?
I don't.
No.
No.
Oh, that would be great if you could.
It would be a good idea, yeah.
These are, I know I went to it's up the street, a yoga CBT, what's that, behavioral therapy? Yoga, cognitive behavioral therapy class.
Oh, okay.
And they gave us, we could each choose like a stone or something
Mhm.
to hold, or one of the classes I was in, to hold. And they were just smooth rocks.
Mhm.
They're just, but this is, I mean, now how many of these have you got? How many of these balls? Show us some more of these witch balls. Witch balls. No wonder they're called witch balls. They
I'm
look
also
so.
doing hearts.
Oh my gosh! Where'd you get this? You can find that, right?
Yeah. So I had in my studio a bunch of these heart blanks, and I can't get them anymore because they're prohibitively expensive. So what I've got on my website is what's available in the heart shape.
Yeah. Isn't that cute? And so you painted on the outside.
I painted on the inside on
How do you get inside it?
that. Well, we take the cap off.
And you go.
And I go in. I make my own brushes because I can't find anything that's small enough. And I also use canned air to spray some of the ink around.
You can buy canned air.
It's like what you use to clean your computer.
I don't clean my computer. I just take out like a cloth and go. Now, do you use the same? You have to do the same thing. Paint on the inside.
I painted on the inside on those. Yeah.
Okay, so these beautiful things, you have to literally do it on the inside.
Mhm.
Show us some more.
This is actually a Christmas ornament. These are new.
Christmas.
So this one I painted on the outside. I used the blue on the inside and then painted the gold on the outside, and then I spray it with a varnish.
That's blue. It looks black.
It's blue, yeah.
It's blue. And you can actually paint it on the outside too.
Yep. I just seal it with a varnish when I'm done so that the paint doesn't come off. This is another one.
For Christmas.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. Look at that. Oh, that looks like a, it almost looks like it goes with one of the stones. Ah, this purple stone?
Well, those are some of my favorite colors. I do love
Oh,
purple.
yeah. I love purple. Look at that. And you had to have painted that on the outside.
I painted the white on the inside.
Yeah.
Or I just put paint on the inside and covered the whole inside of the bulb. And then I used alcohol ink on the outside, and then I sprayed it with varnish.
Do you use a real brush?
No, I use brushes that I've made. So it's a piece of felt on a popsicle stick, believe it or not.
I was wondering if maybe it was a Q-tip. No?
No,
No?
those don't work well. They are too absorbent.
Oh, I love this one. This one, so far, and purple are my favorite.
Yeah.
I think that is a stunner. Oh, I love it.
So this is an ocean one. This is a witch
Oh,
ball.
and you've got
Has
some-
tiny little shells on the inside. So you've got the beach, the sea, and the sky.
Okay, so there are some tiny shells inside this for the beach, and you've got it brown so it looks like the sand. Where do you get your ideas?
Nature, mostly. Some of my pieces look like landscapes. Some look like the ocean. Some look like sunsets.
I'll bet children love these.
I had a little boy buy one like that
bet he did.
at the Upton show. Yeah.
I can see when I was little, I would have been fascinated with this. Because you see on your Christmas tree, the ordinary things you get over the dollar store or Walmart,
Mhm.
and you know. But these are so doggone unusual, people coming in like, where did you get those? Right here.
And this is the last one that I have to show you. That's a sunset one.
That's a sunset.
So yellow on the bottom, orange, and then the purple glow that we get at twilight.
In the inside or the outside?
Inside.
Do you spray gloss them or you don't have to?
I don't have to because that's all painted on the inside, and once it dries, it stays on the inside. That I do with brushes that I make out of pipe cleaners.
Pipe cleaners.
Mhm.
A pipe cleaner brush.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no brushy part, it's just the pipe cleaner.
Right. Because I had to find something that was curved,
Yeah.
so I could get to the top of it. And I couldn't find any brushes that were appropriate for the use. So I made my own.
Just for example, how much, Deborah, would one of these cost?
Those go for $19.95.
$19.95. Now, you have been in, we're going to talk about Deborah now. She's been in, well, now you've been in, what, at least 2 craft fairs.
Mm-hmm.
What was your first one?
I'm trying to think where it was.
Was it around here?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a local show.
There was a local one. I wonder if you were over at the Hopedale Day in the park.
No, I
No?
wasn't there.
You'd love
I just
that.
completely lost my train of thought.
There are so many. I've helped a
Yeah.
lot of artists get out there. And
Yeah.
God, and this is now the holiday time of the year.
Well,
Where are you going to be next?
My last show of the year actually is on this coming Saturday, the 17th. I'll be at the Acton. It's the the gallery at Village Works. It's a craft show there
In Acton.
in Acton, West Acton.
I think I've been down. Haven't I? We've been down to Acton. Is it Route 2?
Yep, takes you into.
And there's a couple. Are there a couple art galleries there?
Yes,
We were in there. So now, where is your event going to be?
it's the gallery at Village Works.
At the Village Works.
Yeah,
What street? Do you know?
it's on 111 Mass Ave,
Okay, so it's this Saturday, the 17th. From what time to what time?
10 to 3.
Okay, 10 to 3. And people just come on in, free
Mhm.
admission, come on
Yep.
and see all kinds of crafters,
Yep.
creators.
Yep.
How long have you been doing this?
Not that long. It's
Really?
been honestly less than a year.
What? She's been doing it for years.
Well, it started with my family history. I've always been interested in family history. And back in 2010, I went back to school, actually got my certificate in genealogical research
Yeah.
at Boston University. So in doing my own family history, I discovered that I'm descended from William Brewster, who came on the Mayflower. And this year, they are getting ready to, the Mayflower is actually in dry dock. They're getting ready to prepare it for the 400th anniversary of
Yeah.
the crossing in 2020. So in the process of doing that, they took some of the planks off of the boat, and they made little heart-shaped wooden ornaments as a fundraiser for the restoration. And so I bought one because I thought it was a fun piece of
Yeah.
history to have. And when I got the heart ornament, it came with a catalog, and in the catalog were witch balls. And I had never heard of witch balls before, so that's where it all started. And I
And
thought,
that's
I
great.
can make those. And I went into my studio and started playing. And
So now
that's-
you have a studio in Leominster
well, I have a loft studio at my house.
at your house.
Yeah.
Now you're also on Etsy.
Yep.
How do people get a hold of you?
You can go to Etsy and just do a search for Mindful Things Studios. It has to be all one word. Or you can do mindfulthingsstudios.etsy.com.
Now your theme is Pretty Little Things,
Designed to lift your spirits.
designed to lift your spirits. So if someone went online, would they look up also Pretty Little Things, or?
I don't know how that would come up. I don't know if it would come up in a search.
Yeah.
I think Mindful Things Studios is going to be the best way to find it on Etsy.
Okay. We got to get you out this way too, because God, Central Mass, Blackstone Valley area. Whoa, I mean they have craft fairs and things like that, especially this time of the year.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. Now you're in Leominster. Do they have a lot of places where you can show different things?
Not really, but I'm going to start after the first of the year when things kind of die down. I'm
Yeah.
going to start contacting some shops
Yeah.
and show them my Etsy shop and see if they're interested in doing some wholesale orders.
I think it's in Marlborough. Is it called Paradise? The art gallery? Something in Marlborough. It's over in Marlborough. And they have, oh my God, they have all kinds of things.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to find a place that actually cares and specializes in what the unique things that people
Mhm.
are doing.
Mhm.
Sometimes you can go in and they kind of look alike,
Yeah.
but if it's all yours speaks for itself. It's so unique that something that can show other people. Do you ever bring these to libraries and senior centers to show?
I haven't done that yet. That's a
You know,
thought.
these would be great to hang in the windows at senior centers, at libraries,
Mhm.
senior centers.
That's a very good idea.
Oh yeah. Well, this is where I direct a lot of the authors, and it's like I know the authors and the artists where they should go, and even doctors' offices.
Mm-hmm.
In the windows.
Mm-hmm. Something for people to look at while they're
Also, your own
reading.
window at home. Look at that. I mean, look at the light shine. We have an artist here in town, Kathy Taylor, and she does beautiful. Not like the butch balls, but with some sort. It's a soft crinkly paper, and when you put it in the window, it's like see through.
Mm-hmm.
And she does beautiful. And downstairs, I don't know if it's still up in the library, but she had covered the window down there
Oh, nice.
with that. But this is like perfect. I mean, this is really. Now you talked about genealogy,
Mhm.
and you have Scottish background.
Mhm.
When did you get into the genealogy?
Oh, I've been into it since I was a kid. I was always interested in my family history.
Did your grandparents kind of lead you that way?
My mother did.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother was a Pendleton, and they had a book that was called The Early New England Pendletons, and that sort of got me interested in it, and I still have the book. So.
You still do?
And she used to drag us through cemeteries. And
Cemeteries?
Yes.
With all your relatives?
Where all our relatives were buried, yes.
Oh, my
All
God.
the Pendleton cemeteries. And
Were they're from Scotland?
no, they're from England, actually.
Yeah, they were the English one.
Yeah.
Okay, now, did any of your Scottish relatives come over from Nova Scotia and migrate down to U.S.?
No, they came directly to New York from Scotland.
New York from Scotland.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out. At the Lewises came, I think, probably. There was something going on in Scotland where some of them were being edged out.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandpa was born in 1865, 1885, I don't know. But he was born in Nova Scotia.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of siblings.
Yeah.
My guess is they came over from Scotland.
Yeah, a lot of them landed there and then came south.
And
of
then
the
they
United
came,
States.
then they ended up in Chelmsford.
Oh, really?
And the house that his father built is still standing.
Oh, wow.
It was like a Victorian. And it was the first one back then to have indoor plumbing.
Really?
It's still there.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's fun to drive by.
So
I'm
now your family migrated from Britain as well as Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, and Quebec.
And Quebec.
Mm-hmm. My great grandfather came from Quebec.
Was he French?
Yes.
French Canadian?
Yes.
Could he speak French Canadian?
I never met him, so I don't know.
Your great grandfather?
My great grandfather.
My great grandmother was 96 when I met her
Oh,
for sure.
wow.
So yeah, I definitely did.
Yeah.
Really. Now again, how can they reach your beautiful witch balls, Deborah?
The Etsy shop is the best way.
That's online.
Yeah, online. Etsy.com, ETSY.com. You can do a search for Mindful Things Studios, all one word.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this would be perfect. You know, mindful and meditation. If you were working in conjunction with another friend who does that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I have a friend in mind now that you say that. I might contact
And
her.
have them. Does she have a little store or studio?
She has a studio where she teaches.
Uh-huh. The way you have them, the way you have it beautifully. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen. You know, you go to Michael's and AC Moore. I don't know if I've ever seen a bent.
Yeah, I wanted a bent one to just sort of set it off a little bit better.
Oh, it definitely does. Now, the day we had our heritage event on the Common, it was not a bad day out, right?
No, it was a sunny day. It was
yeah,
beautiful.
it was a good day. So these showed, I mean, the eye catchers right off the bat.
Yeah.
Did
They
many
were-
people show up at your table?
Yes.
They did.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was a good
They
day.
were glittering in the sun, yeah. It was fun.
Oh, I mean, how can you miss? Do you ever literally put a little glitter?
I have, yes. There are. I didn't bring one, I don't think. There are some that have glitter inside.
And it works.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Well, you got the
as long as
beach
the
one.
ink is wet, you can still do it.
So they'll stick.
So it sticks.
How many of these do you have in your home? My gosh.
2 or 3. But
That's it?
I leave them for people to buy. I can always make another one for me.
Do
My
you-
daughter-in-law, my son live on the Esopus Creek in New York,
Mhm.
and she bought one. It's sort of like an ocean one, but she hung it in the window so that the level of the ocean is at the level of the creek water.
Yeah.
And she sent me a picture of it. It was beautiful.
So it was reflecting.
Yeah,
Do you do workshops, Deborah?
I do not.
You don't. Do you think you might?
That's a thought. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. But, you know, something like this, such an eye catcher, and it can be used year round. This isn't just Christmas.
Right.
You know, I'm looking at this. When I first saw it, I thought, I wonder, and then it dawned on me, no. This is year round.
Mhm.
Definitely, you know, in the summer you could have something like your beach one
Mhm.
in the window.
Yeah.
Do the children ever ask you how to make them? Little ones?
I haven't had that question yet.
Yeah. You have one kid, and he's what, 33?
He's 33, yeah.
He's one child, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I got one too, and he's 26. But I wonder, you know, the mother of his 2 little babies, she is very much into different, fun, funky
Mhm.
things too. Oh, I've got to tell her about this. She would absolutely love it. I thought somebody gave me something one time. It was a good luck thing to hang on to.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful purple. I think what else you could do with this. Ah, jewelry. Are you doing jewelry? Yes, you will, yeah.
Well, I'm doing jewelry. I haven't done it with those yet. I've been thinking about that. Yeah, you could do pins or you could do pendants.
Yeah, you know those new ones coming out that are so big, they're kind of all kind of like clunky and stuff.
Mhm.
This would be exquisite.
Mhm.
Trouble is, how would you link them? Like you can't go through
Well,
it.
you could put like on this one.
Yeah.
It's got a bail on the back.
A veil?
Bail. It's called a bail. So that bail is glued onto the piece, and then you can string it on the chain.
Okay, because I was going, but there's no hole to put it through here, so you just glue it on.
You glue it on. You would glue it on.
And then
the
you could
back.
make your necklace.
Yep.
Oh,
With multiple pieces.
oh, come on, Deborah. Yeah, you know, you just start doing that. I'm your first cousin. I love bling.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see this would. Would take off like crazy, even more than it already is. Oh, I just love it. Now, what else have you got coming up as far as things that you want to try? Everybody who thinks about that.
Well, like I said, I have been thinking about the glass cabochons and making jewelry out of them.
Oh yeah.
I've only been doing the necklaces for a short while, maybe less than a month.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the thing is, being being a girl and going to the craft shows, one of the first things, tables I go to is the jewelry.
mhm,
As soon as I see unusual bling, this type of thing, I'm right there.
right.
I just think it's natural.
Yeah.
I really do. And hubby's out
It's
there.
nice to have a one-of-a-kind piece, too.
Yeah,
Everything has
definitely.
to be one-of-a-kind. They can't possibly duplicate it.
Can you personalize that? Could you engrave somebody's name on the back?
I haven't tried that. I suppose it's always a possibility.
There you go. That would be really cool. You know, guys.
So this is a triquetra.
What
So
is that?
It's a Celtic symbol.
Okay.
This is twisted around. It's a Celtic symbol. It stands for body, mind, spirit. There are a couple different interpretations of it, but that's the one that I prefer.
I've never even, and I'm Celtic too, and I just never, I don't think I ever heard of that. Do you draw? Are you artistic like that?
A little bit of drawing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and painting, other than when you're,
Not so much. Yeah. I like this type of thing, a three-dimensional.
the Small Stones over in Grafton, that art organization, they just had an exhibit this weekend. And most of it is photography and painting.
Mhm.
One woman had taken literally little stones and put them almost, like a mandala in a
Mhm.
circle in the sand, and little designs on each. That's what fascinated me.
Oh, wow. That's different, yeah.
And I see this type of thing. I mean, that's where a lot of us are drawn.
Mhm.
I love photography and painting and all, but I'm going to be drawn to something I think really crafty, highly unusual. Like I said, I've never seen these before. We're all so used to, like I've said before, is going into the store and buying a Christmas ball that is just, gold, red, But these are year-round.
Mhm.
Again, this is the beach scene. She's got 3 little tiny shells.
Mhm.
So cute. And you got them in there just right with the brown on the bottom, so it looks like it's in the beach. You can see hanging that in a Cape Cod cottage,
Oh, yeah.
maybe the kid's bedroom, or right in the dining room area, or over the kitchen sink with the window.
Mhm.
These make great gifts. I'm wondering if,
Yeah.
like in assisted living and nursing homes, do they know yet about what you do?
Probably not, no.
Girl, you've got the whole audience out there that would love to see these things.
I need to get you to promote me.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, this is, it's so unusual and so charming. How can you not? It's like want all of them, But I can see, now, coming into the new year, in 2019, do you have any plans of where you want to be? Where you want to go? What shows?
I'll start looking at shows after the first of the year because most of the juried shows are booked a year in advance.
I hate
So,
that.
yeah,
I really
know.
do. That's why I steer my artists. I say, all right, you can try it out. Please don't take it personally if they don't take your stuff. It depends on my husband and I found this out. Some of the wackiest stuff wins. I'm serious. I mean,
Because it's different, I think.
well, different is a being kind. But, you've got beautiful work there, and I'm thinking, who the heck, what was she smoking when she picked this? I'm like, what? One we went to, somebody had all this gorgeous photography and artwork, and the thing that got the award was just a picture of a back of a car along the side of a road. What?
Somebody liked it, I guess.
Well, it wasn't the people coming. They didn't vote. It was probably the jury. It makes you wonder where they're coming from. I just don't know. I don't get it. But so I suggest the artist, okay, that's fine. If you want to put yourself through that, go ahead. But there are so many other places now. I mean, the senior centers love to see these things. Assisted living. Those are just some places. Have you been to Tatnut Bookseller in Westboro?
I have.
Okay. Have you walk in and whoa,
Yeah,
all this.
there's a lot going on there.
You know, have you presented your things there?
I have not.
I said,
Yeah, it's another place.
I
I'm
know.
also thinking about Southern Maine, Wells, and York, in that area.
You'll
There's
go
a lot
that
of gift
far
shops. Oh yeah, there's a lot of gift shops there.
Oh, your beach one would fly
That's
like
what
crazy.
That was what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was born in Portland.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
stay there that long. But I know so many people go vacation up along the...
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget Cape Cod,
Right.
Hyannis,
Yeah.
Martha's Vineyard. Oh, yeah.
I'll have to take a ride over there.
Do you get car sick?
No.
Oh, okay. I took the ferry over to Martha's Vineyard one time. And the Atlantic Ocean and I don't get along well. Not in a big boat.
Yeah.
In a little boat. And they kept saying, look at the horizon.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
That didn't help you.
I just went downstairs and sat there.
Wow. That's
We've been
miserable.
talking with Deborah Stewart, and she is a wonderful creator of pretty little things. She does witch balls especially, which you've been seeing, and she uses alcohol ink, and she's very talented, and she's thinking, girls, of going into jewelry. I don't know about you, but I can picture this. Something like this. That would be mine. Oh, definitely. Oh, without question. I mean, even if I had to take a loan out, you gotta let me know first.
Okay.
Deborah, again, before we close, how do they reach you?
Etsy.com. You can do a search for Mindful Things Studios, all one word, at Etsy.com.
Etsy.com. And they can't reach you at your studio? They just stay online?
I do it online through email.
If somebody saw you today, there's tons of people seeing you out there, but if they wanted you to come and do a show, I mean, do a presentation and just, would you be amenable to that?
Oh, sure.
Could they reach you by a certain email or?
They could use Deborah Lee Stewart at gmail.com.
Deborah Lee, Lee, Stewart at gmail.com. The sky's the limit with this type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unusual. I've never seen anything like it. So give her a call. See if she might, or email. See if she would come on over and bring some joy to where you are. Be you a library, a store, a gallery, nursing center, assisted living, bookstore, anything. I mean, you got it going.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. We'll see you next time. You're going to be on, right? Again.
Yeah.
You're going to definitely have to
Okay.
be on again. Oh, yeah. I want to see what else is coming up. Since she's branching into jewelry, you think I'm going to let you go?
I'll let you know when the jewelry's ready to go.
All right. I'll see you next time on Be My Guest.